is this the real life? Is this fantasy? It's my first time streaming on my PC. Actually, only ever done recordings. So far, no one is on. Alright, and my mic's broken right here. Yeah, just is. Let's move this over to where I can see it. So currently, we're just gonna play some Minecraft, I guess. And I do not want to put on my face cam because A, my face cam sucks. Actually, let's move my mic down there. So now you can probably hear me better. My room is messy, and I need to get on cleaning it. But today we're just gonna be working in my Minecraft world, I guess. This is my underwater base that I have. I think I've talked about it a couple times in videos before. But here it is. So, what frames am I getting right now? Oops. Let's take a look at AMD performance. I mean, my GPU is my biggest bottleneck, however, still a pretty good GPU. Let's enable the overlay. Yeah, with me having OBS and Discord open, let's actually close Discord. I don't need it. Let's also take a look. My GPU is at high utilization. Minecraft is... I can close out of the Minecraft launcher. So now... Let's see. Stream's current bitrate. I can't read it. And then, let's get this in full screen motion. And have NZXT cam. Like, I don't have any NZXT products, I just use it for monitoring my computer stuff, which there's probably better things to do. Minecraft is at 100% utilization by OBS. Anyway. So this is my underwater base that I've been working on. Okay, AMD, let's remove those metrics. Now it's back here. Now I'm fine with it. So here is my underwater base that I've been working on. And it started with just that small part over there, which let's go take a look. Right here is where it all started. And I built outwards to here. At first I just wanted to be an underwater base, but then I realized, okay, it kind of has to have a purpose or else I'm just building something to build something. And so my main Minecraft world, I have, as you can see, spent 3,000 days in it. And you know, I really hate it when people ask me, oh, why have you ever played on Bedrock? Because those are the kind of people who forget that not everybody has had a high-tech computer all of their life. Most of my life, I had a computer that could barely run Chrome. And then a laptop that could barely run Chrome. And so do you seriously think I had a computer that could play Minecraft? And so that's why I created it on Bedrock, because I had the Nintendo Switch. I created it on my Nintendo Switch. And you might say, oh, just use it as a converter. Okay. I've tried that. I've tried a converter. There's an issue with converters with my main world. It's that... Oh, shit, phantoms. I haven't slept for a while. My world is truly one of a kind. I cannot replicate it. And the reason why is because I created it with experiments in 1.21. No, no, it was 1.17 with experiments that I created it. And so it caused some issues. There have always been issues prevalent in my world. And you might actually notice this section right here that looks out of place. Birch forest here, half trees. And then it just continues over here too. It looks really out of place, doesn't it? Well, I never did that. That's always been like that. And when I say always, I mean that it probably was not always like that. But I remember when I updated from 1.17 with experiments to 1.18, and I noticed that, so over there, where I have a building, I noticed that there was half of a pillager outpost cage. Not half of a pillager outpost, just the cage. Nothing else. It was like right here or some shit. I left it there for a couple years. And I remember when I updated that this area looked different from last I saw it. And I always thought it was my brain misremembering things until I booted into Java Edition on the same seed, in the same version, and even Bedrock Edition on the same seed, same version. Not same version. But like, if you go into my seed right now, modern Java, Java at the time I created this, or Bedrock now, you'll see some similarities. And so let's talk about that, basically. Like I said, it caused some issues, caused some chunk issues, and I'm actually thinking of, because I have no life, I'm thinking of actually creating a channel. I'm thinking of dismantling this birch forest and digging down because it feels out of place. I don't think that would be a bad idea. It'd be time consuming, but I've done dumber things. And I don't know where I spawned in this world. I think it might have been there. Or there. It was somewhere in this area, and I remember because this was the first village I went to. I remember it was the first village I went to because of that right there. And then I continued over here to where I have my city. Now, if you go into the seed nowadays, what you will spawn, where you will spawn is right here. Right at this pond area. How do I know it? Well, so let's actually boot into my server, because I have a Minecraft server of my own. No, you guys cannot join. Let's go into it, and I just use Forge as it's better. I use CurseForge because it's better. Oh, I play Fabric because Fabric's better than Forge. It's gonna take a while. Let's actually exit out of Bedrock Edition so then it'll be using stuff less. No, it's probably probably not gonna work because I exited out of the launcher before it loaded. But basically, some things are the same, some things are different. And so when we get into the server, you will actually see that. Because, like, I've been meaning to make a video on, why my Minecraft world does not work in a world converter. And I have yet to do it. Basically, it doesn't work because nothing loads correctly. Why isn't it letting me do it there? Alright. Oh yeah, that's right, I was here. This is separate. Like, this weird wall here is separate from, the issues. And let's see, can I teleport like this? Probably not, because it won't. Nope. That looks like we're going home. On foot. You know, I'm definitely getting worse FPS than I normally would. Oh my god, it looks so laggy. Like, oh my god. Like, on here it looks so laggy. On OBS. Alright, closing out of CurseForge, definitely fix that, but it's like, why is it so laggy on the OBS side? Oh, that's BS. Like, closing out of Forge increased my FPS by 60. Yeah, it's so laggy on CurseForge. Or not CurseForge, OBS. I don't know how bad that is for you guys, but very bad for me. Let's set a waypoint. No, not teleport. But as I said, this is where you spawn in here now, and this was not generated by me before, and I know that because why else would it be here? Another thing is that this right here is where my city should be. And even, like, there's some things that are the same. That ravine right here, that's the same. This right here is similar, but not exact. This is the same. This is the same. This isn't the same because there's a village here, but that's just Java. And yeah, this weird wall thing, that's a story for another day, because I don't know how I accidentally did that. But yeah. Anyway. And this is how it'll generate in Modern Bedrock Edition too. Like, that island is where I have my lighthouse. That island is where I get my sand. This is where I'm building another part of my city. You get what I'm saying? It's not the same. And on Java Edition, I actually can show you guys. Because in this, I have a Java converted world using the best free converter that I have found. JE2BE. And you can already see it here. Any chunk that I never properly loaded in will then try and load in from how it loads in on modern Java Edition. Hold on, I gotta take a while. Anything that isn't fully loaded in, like a chunk, you can see it. I apparently never fully loaded in some of these chunks. And so Java Edition just, like, loads them in, like, not right. They load it in how it would be in Java Edition, today. But yet, that's not how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to look like this. And so that's how we get these weird chunks. Like, oops. You see the cherry trees here. Why do I have a wooden axe? Oh, now I remember, because I tried to mess around with World Edit. But like, these are what are in modern Java. You saw it in my server. However, that's not how it generates anymore. Like, I don't even remember if that's there. I don't think it is. The village definitely isn't because of how Java generates things compared to Bedrock. Let's hop back. Like, you can even see it there. It's just everywhere where chunks are unloaded. So my main city is actually fine. Like, my main city area. This generated perfectly fine. However, you go a little farther out to chunks that I never fully got into detail in. Like here. And it's wonky. Like, look here. It looks bad. Get to my underwater base. It's like around it looks bad. And you know, I would love to have my world on Java Edition. I would absolutely adore it. Adore? That doesn't really make sense. But like, I really want my world on Java Edition. But I can't. Because converters do not convert it right. Like I said, this weird stretch right here, which isn't even a full chunk. Like, I still don't understand that. But like, they will not load properly. It does that a hell of a lot better than Chunker. Chunker is ass! Like, most of these chunks right here just would go straight down to the void. Chunker is quick, but it also doesn't save your items, which really sucks. Let's go to my underwater base. Like, I really... Because this is the main thing I've been working on, you saw it earlier, and it's a little out of date because I haven't converted my world for a while. Like, you guys saw it. I've spent so much time in this world. And so, I'm, like, a lot of these converters just kind of convert it similar to how, like, if you have a world created in 1.0 and you upgrade it over time, it causes some issues. It reminds me of that. Like, look at this shit. It's not supposed to be like that. I mean, at least it does flush with the terrain this time. I don't remember seeing... Yeah, there was no desert. Why are these here? There was no desert in my world or in Java Edition, so why is that there? Like, yeah, these weird chunks are just generating how it normally would. Which, that's the issue. Because a lot of other converters... Like, I've tried other worlds on a converter, and they seem to work just fine. And so, it's like even that chunk generated fine. But, like, a lot of other worlds I've seen that are not as big or not as wonky with how they generate, they were fine. And I have no issues with them. So it's like, it's just my world that's the problem. Okay, why is it so laggy on OBS? Like, if my main world had, my main world was not as wonky with how it was created, I could have it on Java Edition. I would love to have it on Java Edition. Why is this a perfect square out of all things? I mean, like, that's my stronghold. So I have it marked that way. And I have been. I think I have been here since I converted it. That's probably why, because I've been here. Yeah. Yep, that's why. For my stronghold, I do not remember if I had been here before or after upgrading to 1.18. It was probably before. You know, probably, holy shit, this is kind of cool. Seeing it like this. It's so deep dark. I also just want to try and see where Ancient City is somewhere around here, so yeah, here it is. Why is that like that? Oh, the candles, that's why. You know, I still want to restore this at some point to something. Because, like, right now it's fine. Or, no, what am I saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, I did that by the time I converted this world. I forgot I did. Mob spawner there. This is why I don't play Minecraft without this mod anymore. Or Minecraft Java Edition, at least. Okay, so maybe the chunk issues are... Yeah, I don't know why, because I always thought it was for the update, but... Like, this definitely wasn't, you know... It's gotta be something. Because, like, let's go to the trail ruin area. Is that... Yeah, because these chunks... The chunks around the trail ruin area generate good. They generate perfect, or at least, like, cut trees, perfect. That's the issue, because, like, I went to the trail ruin after. Like, some of this is the same. Like, that's pretty much exactly the same. From this area to this area, that's exactly the same in modern Java. Just, like, with some minor chunk differences. And this river is all messed up. So realistically, the only way for me to convert my Minecraft world is with like Amulet Editor, and Amulet Editor used to be free. However, it's no longer free, unfortunately. As of 2026, it now costs money monthly. Pisses me off. I'm gonna check something. Yeah, that's working. And so let's actually, this video was mainly supposed to be me working my world, and my ADHD took over. It's just quicker than going through the launcher. You know what, I think I'm gonna actually, mute the desktop audio. Headphones. Because then, like, you guys shouldn't be able to hear it.
Unplugged.
Get my phone on a wireless charger instead of unplugged, which, you know, is weird in hindsight. But it does tell me when my phone gets unplugged on accident, and it's been very helpful at times. Because, like, for years I used cheap chargers that would eventually just, like, cause issues. And so, yeah. So, like, Bedrock does often run better. However, in my computer, Java actually runs better. Maybe that's because I play with vibrant visuals and no shaders on Java. I don't know. I need to turn off VSync somehow. Now I think of it, because like VSync will cause issues sometimes. I don't play Java with it. I have a 300 hertz monitor. I saw a Reddit post when hooking it up once on how to access it. I said it on Discord once. That? Yes! I think that's right. Maybe. Can't disable VSync, you dumb Google. ADHD is maxing again. Does any ghost? Shut up, Mojang. You suck. Or no, Microsoft sucks. Mojang's chill. You know, I remember talking to someone in a Discord server about like Minecraft server hosting, and they were like, I'm thinking of getting a software. I think I'm getting like, I said what I use. I use AMP by CubeCoders, and they were like, oh, I'm thinking of getting AMP. And like, would I really recommend getting AMP? Honestly, probably no. There are better ones to do. and that are free. Like, I used AMP because of a YouTuber who told me to. That was one of my dumbest decisions. Hey, someone's watching. Hi. I don't know how to set up an auto crafter yet to do something like copper anymore. I remember a couple years ago I had an auto crafter in this world for copper. Why don't I anymore? What happened to that copper? Well, I just decided to, like, I had no use for copper at the time. I wasn't building anything with it, and so I decided to just throw away the copper after having it smelt for a while, because, like, it was never going to fully smelt. And so since then, they've changed it so that copper nuggets exist, so every time I try to set up the crafter with copper, it'll just create copper nuggets. Like, the crafter definitely needs an update, in my opinion, as it isn't perfect. It can only really do a couple things, from my experience. There's probably something else. I have no clue what, though. And once this is done, I'm going to break it so I can get some XP. Fix my Elytra. That's why I have 77 XP. Like, I fought the Wither and Ender Dragon, like, a couple times recently, and all of those times didn't get me nearly as much XP as smelting copper for this build over and over again, and then breaking the furnaces. And I'll admit I have used X-Ray a couple times to get this copper. Never commands, just X-Ray. And it's like below there's actually the copper mines. I'll go to Spectator to show the copper mines. Yes, I use commands in my world. Just sometimes. Let's go to Spectator, and here are the copper mines. It starts here, as you can probably see. There's glass. But when I first built this, I initially just, like, I think I just set up chests and then I dug down here. Yeah, I set up chests and I dug down, and so I was just digging around here for a while. Until I got a proper base set up, until I built this and got this set up. So then I built down here, also mined so I could get back to here. And then I went over here, and that goes all the way to my city. That just goes to nowhere. And this goes all the way to my vacation home. Now, it's like this right here because there's some sand right here for some turtles. Or else I would not have this weird spot, because that spot wasn't always there, but, like... Then I have a conduit here. Oh, there's some copper there. Oh, I don't get it. Other side of the Spectator, so it doesn't count. Well, not much to do other than sit down and wait for this to finish. I decided to send in a Linux server earlier. Or I decided to send in a Linux server earlier that, like a GIF of Windows 10, my beloved. Because it's a Linux server. You get it? No one's watching right now. But like, I daily used Linux for 2 months. How did I play Minecraft Bedrock Edition? Well, a shitty version, that's why. And as someone who used Linux for 2 months and still has it on my laptop that I don't use anymore, because my laptop's kind of broken currently, I have not put any more money into it, as I don't see it necessary to put more money into a laptop I have already put like $200-300 into. And so, yeah, I just use an external keyboard whenever I need to use my laptop, which whenever I need to use my laptop is, if I'm trying to do something, really going there. Whenever I'm trying to do like a remote control of my server at my dad's or something, because, like, I plan to move my server to my dad's. The reason why is because my mom's going to sell the house after I graduate, and so I have really no other choice. I have to move to my dad's. So I'm going to do it before I move off to college, because then, you know, it's like I haven't done it yet because I've been setting up everything, and then I'll move it. But then also, like when I go off, or with it being literally right under my bed, if something goes wrong, I'll be there. When I go off to college, I won't be. That's all. Alright. Now that all the copper is smelted, copper fish. Let's get to building my aquarium, which currently, right now, what I'm wanting to do is build a pool area, as this is supposed to be a hotel aquarium sort of thing. Prismarine will be good for pool floor. You know, I haven't actually used much Prismarine stuff yet. I've just used copper. Like, I built it next to an ocean monument for the reason of parts, and yet I have done nothing with it. I've only done copper. Like, copper bulbs here, I don't think it looks good. I might change it, I don't know. But, like, then I use sea lanterns for the rooms over here, and I think this looks much better. No, it matches much better, but it's much brighter. So for the pool, because you can't have a hotel staying area without a pool. Never noticed that. Let's do it. Just 3 for now. Extend it out one more block and we'll call it good. I don't know how big I'm gonna make this. You also may notice that there's a lot of sea turtles, and you may have noticed that little platform here. that is where I just place sea turtle eggs and have them hatch. Alright, let's go get more copper. There's a quicker way than going all the way back through that. This, where I keep the Nautilus. So let's think how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's make it 26 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, I think 20 is good enough, actually. You know, there's a Discord server, man, where they decided to add a politics channel. I'm actually really surprised it hasn't been removed yet. Because, like with politics, that's just kind of a no-no subject for a lot of things, because most politics is just fueled by bigotry and bias from one side. It's like, I used to argue politics on Reddit when I was lifeless. And I did it just to get my blood boiling because I had nothing better to do as I was doing online. That's a very long story, so I'll get into that another time, and I don't want this to be depressing or anything. So I need some glass. Oh, I don't have any more. Let's then take these 2 stacks. Just melt them. Is this a waste of lava? Yes. Do I care? No. Yeah, I do this all the time. Nope, oh. What is this? Confused. Where did those go? Oh well. Just leave that over there. And let's take some more copper. I mean, it's you know, I've been working on a, like my own story sort of thing. And, I have it that in the story, they go, so like it's a story to do with space, in space travel. And they go to an alien civilization that has, or that they live in an underwater city. And like in my mind, it's like this. But it's not really underwater per se, it's actually just a, in reality it's just a, okay, I can't think. Like there's a liquid, I don't remember what it's called, but there's some kind of thing where you can actually breathe it in. And it's like, it has enough oxygen in it that you could breathe it. However, apparently it feels very uncomfortable, but it wouldn't be a bad idea, because then people working on pressurized oil rigs wouldn't have to, live in, like, pressurized chambers for weeks at a time. I wish Bedrock Edition could show you your stats, because then I could be like, okay, so how much copper have I mined for this? It's because I can't have windows because it's going into the thing, and I also think a ceiling for the pool would be much better than just glass all around. I think I'm gonna add a sea lantern here and here. Actually, I don't need to do that. That I do. Anyway, this will be the cutoff where I have Prismarine. One, two. And get a copper core. Oh, I should do warp doors for the staterooms, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, currently they're copper doors. I just realized warp doors would work a lot better. They would look a lot better, too. You know, there have been a couple times where I've accidentally crafted iron pressure plates and iron, doesn't look as good, but I don't know, I think it'll grow on me. There was a couple times where I accidentally crafted iron trapdoors and iron pressure plates when I wasn't paying attention. Just crafted all I could with the amount of stuff I had. Oh man, 53, I'm good. I just have that there for things. I don't need it though. At least right now. I did dried kelp for a bit. That was miserable. Alright, let's take off the kelp. And I like to replant the kelp usually. I think I threw away a shit ton of it or something. My feet are cold. I don't know what I'm gonna do for... So, pool here, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I have to do another atrium this way because it'll conflict with my, tree area right here. No, I'm not running shaders. It's, Vibrant Visuals. It's just Bedrock Edition. Died. Ooh. It's because I have two command blocks there, because one for Guardians, one for Drowns. I'm so sick of the Drowns on Bedrock Edition that I just turn them off. Actually, with the rest of the kelp. No, I'll keep it for now. And, yeah, I'll shove it in here. Glass isn't done yet, but that one is for glass. Probably going to need more than 2 stacks, I imagine. So, we're going to have to pay a visit to my sand collecting place, or maybe I have some spare at home. I probably don't. I've used up a lot in this build. So let's think. Let's take the Nautilus out. Because it'll be cleaner. So let's think of a design that will look cool. Kind of like a grid pattern or something. Let's... Okay, it'll be easier without the Nautilus, so let's just go put it back. Get it in there. But I've built all of this in survival. Just over the course of years. Well, this underwater base / aquarium sort of thing, this has been just a couple of weeks. I started at, what, mid-December or something? I don't remember at this point. So 4 there, 3 there. I think that'll look good. So let's try and let's do 4. Yeah, that'll look good. I'm gonna need more copper. Oh yeah, that'll look good. I think that'll look great. So let's go get more copper. Actually, let's put some glass down too. Just that started working.
Yeah.
Just put down all the glass I have in my inventory. There, all the glass in my inventory. Let's also take this one into. Oops, shit, wrong one. And I forgot copper. You know, my hand still hurts from earlier today where I accidentally stabbed my hand with a pencil. A mechanical pencil. It was bleeding. My finger still hurts from it. Actually, it was my hand where I hit it, but it's like my thumb I noticed. It's felt weird ever since. For once, I have more copper than glass. That way. Let's extend this by 1 block, I think. See how that works. It's like, let's just move. Let's take a look. How would it look from here? That'd be a 5x4. Yeah, I'm thinking that would be better. So let's fix that. And then extend this by 1 block. Oh, some copper. Sweet. Pick that copper up when I dig out this area. Baby drowned. I hate the babies. I hate babies. Let's pick up the sand. Oops, wrong one. Good on copper. Need more glass. Oops. Not again. Didn't realize I could do it with fish too. Also, let's speed up the process of oxidization and let's speed up the process of oxidation and kelp growing. I might add some stairs around it or something, or at least around the copper, maybe. Okay. So I'm gonna need some more sand. Quicker than opening up the gate. No more sand in there, so... Let's pay a visit to my city. The fact that Minecraft turns 17, or no, yeah, 17 this year. The fact that it comes out, or that it came out 17 years ago. Just kind of crazy to me. So technically, Minecraft is a retro video game. Wow. Yes, I do have some sand. Let's take 4 stacks. And as I'm flying, I'm actually gonna go grab something. And if I fall into the ocean, that'll be fine. Alright, I am back and turn on my heater because I'm cold. It's like, modern Minecraft could definitely not run on the PS3 and 360. How did my Nautilus escape? Like, it can barely run on the Nintendo Switch, and for, I don't know, like, the clock speed or anything of the Xbox 360 CPU or the PS3 CPU, but it's like the PS3 was considered crazy powerful at the time. And it only had 512 megabytes of RAM, which, like, I don't even think was much for the time. It's like the Nintendo Switch has 4 gigabytes of RAM. And, you know, let's actually look up the, like... Alright, so the PS3 had a unique cell broadband engine processor co-developed by Sony and Toshiba IBM. 3.2 gigahertz. Doesn't say how many cores it has, but 3.2 gigahertz. Let's ask Gemini. I'm assuming 1 core. 1 general purpose core, 7 operational specialized cores, but only 7 were active in the console, 1 reserved for operating system. So it had 6? Okay, damn, I take it back. Like... Like, let's look. Let's look at the 5th gen i5, just because who cares. What about 3rd gen? Yeah, so what about 2nd gen? Yeah, so it's like 2nd gen, 3rd gen, that's when like it got more powerful. Which to me is just kind of crazy. But then that's an i5. An i5 is pretty weak. Well, i5s are, they're not that bad. Like when we get to the i5 Ryzen 5, yeah, I know it was using like supercomputers, but there were even laptops at the time that had more RAM. So that just kind of surprises me, but then again, RAM isn't everything. It's like my CPU is a Ryzen 7. It's like with the CPUs, get to the i3 or the Ryzen 3, and they're decent. They're fine enough, and today they usually have around 4 cores. So they're decent. They're about as powerful as a 2nd gen i7. And then you get to the Ryzen 5 i5, they're a little better. They can do more. 6 cores, that means it's a hexacore. So, not that bad. They're good for some gaming and random things. So they're good for more budget computers. Well, the i3s are more like for people who just wouldn't even do any gaming at all, and like especially when you get into the Pentium and Celeron. Those were for like Pentium used to be very high powered, and Celeron has always been low powered. And, like they discontinued it. I don't blame them. Like I have to go for a Pentium over an i3. So I can understand why they discontinued it. Then there are i7, Ryzen 7. Those are the high-powered ones for like gaming and stuff. I heard someone say that they're for like people who want to live stream while playing games at the same time on the same computer, which yeah is good because like this is the same computer that I'm doing it on. 8 cores, making an octa-core. And then the Ryzen 9s and the i9s, like those are so powerful that no one should ever need one. Only people who make money with their computers should need one. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that you can install Linux on the PS3. I think I remember hearing about that. I don't remember where or how, though. And it's like stuff like SteamOS, heavy gaming-focused operating system for the Steam Deck, and even you can install it on a computer if you want. That is Linux, which is it's genius because then you don't have to port everything from Steam. Steam has hundreds, if not thousands, if not 10,000s, if not 100,000s worth of games. And so you'd have to individually port them all over to a video game console. However, how Linux does it is that they just do a compatibility layer. So just do the Steam Deck and boom. Like that's really the only major product I can think of that ships with Linux. And it's genius. Like, oh wow. And I'm actually going to end the stream here because I'm going to go eat. Food's ready, so I'm hungry. And yeah, I think I've done enough so far in the world. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see ya later.